Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kipkoech Langat, and I'm the current president of the Kenyan community. I would like to first of all start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land that we meet today, that is the Wajak people of the Noongar Nation. We pay our respect to elders past, present, and emerging. With me today, I've got community leaders, starting with Tabitha Gikonyo, who is a distinguished community leader from the Urumwe group. We've got Hulda Bitange, an outstanding community leader and mentor from the Gusii community, actually the president of the Gusii Forum community. We've got Alfred Koech, aka Sergeant, our prominent media personality. We've got Daktari Ronald Isaboke, a consultant, medical doctor, and a leader also in the Gusii Forum. We've got Boniface Kamau, media personality of the Kenyan community in Western Australia. Is a bundle full of talent. We got Daniel Pate. He's a current OAC, or Organization of African Community, Champion of the Year 2023. We've got Judith Rono, a long-serving student leader, a fantastic leader. And of course, we've got Father Cyprian Shikokoti. Father Cyprian is a 2-year community champion of the Kenyan community. He's also the default Kenyan community chaplain. He's a most loved priest in Western Australia, a mentor and a leader, a servant leader. To the 3 families of Kenyans mourning the loss of your sons, that is Penwell, Humphrey, and little baby Zaza, we want to share our deep-felt condolences. May God comfort you and bring you healing for the pain of losing your loved ones. Please accept our heartfelt condolences. We will continue keeping you in our prayers, and we'll continue supporting you and your families.
The reason we've gathered here today as a community is to share some of the emerging issues that are big concern to the Kenyan community. First of all, in the last 5 years, in the last 6 months, we've had about 5 Kenyans who have lost their lives, and it's something that we don't wish to see that happen. It's a big concern to the community. We've also had other behaviors that are of concern, most of it coming from new students and immigrants. We've had records from the police about crime levels within the Kenyan community and the African communities which we represent. We've also had severe mental health challenges from members of our community. And the list is going on and on. So we are not going to keep quiet while some of these things are happening. And that's why as a community we are here to call them out, but also we've got the next steps that we're going to address in the future of some of the actions that we want to take so that we can continue coexisting in this country of Australia where we represent the country Kenya, where we've come from.
As you are all aware that I was in Kenya recently doing sensitization programs right across 6 counties. And I'm here today with the leadership of the Kenyan community. All the challenges that have been mentioned, we will be able to find solution to them and work with the Kenyan community leaders. So rest assured that the challenges that are here with us and things facing the Kenyan community and the African community in Australia, we are working towards an amicable solution.
So despite all this, Australia remains a country of great opportunity, both for work and also has a high quality education system. And it's quite attractive for Kenyans and other African migrants coming here. There are examples of many successful stories amongst Kenyans. We've got student leaders, student ambassadors, we've got experts in various fields of profession. We now have multiple business owners coming up in the healthcare sector, disability, and real estate. So a majority of the Kenyans here have had a positive contribution to the Australian society and the Australian economy, and also the economy back home through various ways of support. So in my opinion, Australia still remains an attractive destination and a place to be for students and career professionals from across the world. And we would actually encourage most people to consider this country, as it, in my opinion, way better than many other Western countries in offering good education and good work opportunities.
We want to take this opportunity to say that the Kenyan community is alive and kicking, and as the current champion of the Organization of African Communities, I am very proud to be associated with the Kenyan community and its leadership through our current president, Dennis Langat. The Kenyan community also has other communities that complement the KCWA. It includes Kipkoech. We do have Mwanya Getinge, Gusii Forum. We do have Mulembe in West Australia. We also have Ramogi in West Australia, Wamusi in West Australia, Urumwe in West Australia, Ameru community, which is vibrant in West Australia, and to say but the least, Pamoja. These are communities that have come together, and over the years, they have complemented the bigger umbrella body of the Kenyan community in West Australia. Be rest assured that as a community, we are there and we care. Thank you very much.
As you've already heard, my name is Father Cyprian, and I'm a Catholic priest serving here in Western Australia for over 13 years in service, but I've been here for close to 18 years. And really want to, first of all, thank these Kenyan community leaders who've come here, who I work very closely with under the leadership of Mr. Dennis Langat, who is our president. I want to reiterate what each of them has had to contribute to this media release, in the sense that there are many successes among the Kenyan community, but also as a community, as we have grown, there's so much challenges that we face. The bigger the community, the bigger the challenges, the more the challenges are, but also it calls for us as leaders to step up our own strategies to ensure that we reach out to new and not so new migrants to this country. In these last 10 or so years, more importantly in these last 5 years, we've had so many arrivals from Kenya to this country. Unfortunately, a great many of them, when they come to this country, there's very little experience, and my hope is that in these current strategies that we are facing as a community, it'll be a wake-up call for us to do more, both here in Australia, but also from our country of origin back in Kenya. So first of all, I want to call on the parents, the caregivers of the young, not so young Kenyans that find opportunities to come to Australia, that we engage positively and honestly with each other. I want to call on my fellow Kenyans here, but also on our leadership team here, that we ask ourselves, what must we do in this hour? There's so much that lie ahead of us, but in this moment, in this hour, as you've heard already, we have 3 deaths in our community that we are handling, and we just want to spare this time for that, but this is the moment, a turning point in our Kenya. My hope is that as we go in the future, as you've heard from one of our speakers who are here, in these last 6 months, we've had over 5 deaths. My hope is that we can eradicate deaths in our community. Together, we can work on ensuring that there is no crime being committed by Kenyans here in Western Australia. My hope is that we can stop any sort of detention or causes of detention back to Kenya, having arrived in this country, having spent so much time, spent so much resources to come to this country. My hope is that every Kenyan here who comes to this country is successful and contribute to this society of Australia, but also to our society back home in Kenya. So my hope, as well as a priest, but also as a pastor to this community, is to ensure that we work together. For now, once again, I want to say, let us work together to support the 3 families that are affected and bring our brothers to a meaningful rest. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. All in all, we just like to reiterate is, in as much as we have challenges, and as Daktari said, there's immense opportunities in Australia, and it's a great country to live in. Most of us have lived here for so many years, and we can attest to that. We again want to thank the community. I want to thank my fellow leaders here for being here today, and those that didn't make it, we want to thank you for standing with the community and for always being there to build Western Australian, Kenyan community in Western Australia, I mean. Once again, we want to send our condolences to the families that are mourning and to the community. We're still seeking your support. You've done a great job in raising funds. We've raised a substantial amount, but we still need more support in that area. Also, more importantly, I think it's important to again remind parents and Kenyans that live in Western Australia to please belong somewhere. The community groups that have been mentioned, please belong to these groups, because this is where you get the most support when you are here. Australia has a lot of systems that assist you, and this is the best one for you to be assisted. Thank you very much, and have a lovely evening.